This 2016 Candy Red Honda Goldwing Level 3 GL1800 is jam-packed with features like cruise control, electric reverse, a satellite-linked navigation system, and an XM radio, just to name a few. Nicknamed Big Sexy, it has almost every accessory you would ever want or need, including Kuryakin passenger armrests, an ultimate mid-rider custom seat, Gold Strike's big-ass drink holder, Wing's tinted wind deflectors, Gold Strike wireless phone charger, Kuryakin chrome LED luggage rack, front LED cube spotlights, a 2021 Escapade XL trailer, and much, much more. The proud owner of this wing and my next guest rode all the way to Southern California from Memphis, Tennessee, and I was lucky enough to meet up with him for a ride. Chris Caliente has been a Goldwing YouTube enthusiast and vlogger for almost a decade. With over 20,000 subscribers to his channel, he's helped countless wingers with DIY installations, maintenance, rides, and product reviews. Today, we'll cruise to Silverado Cafe, where we talk about riding in rainstorms, why he decided to buy a Goldwing, creating YouTube videos, hiding his identity, and more in this episode of Rollin' with Rick. There he is, the man, the legend.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The man, the myth, the legend. Chris Caliente.
That's what they say.
I love it. I love it. I think it's awesome.
They say you have to save up to ride with me. I said motorcycling is just expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, to have, to fix your bike up the way you like it and to make it really comfortable.
Sure.
But I get a chance to say that I'm riding with Rick.
Hey, I got a chance to say I'm riding with you.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Well, that's you.
Yeah.
Nah, equally as exciting to ride with you.
Hey, I appreciate it, Rick. Thank you, man.
Yeah, this is a beautiful area. Like I said, on weekends, lots of motorcycles ride through here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice here. You see the scenic views we have on both sides of the road?
Oh, yeah. Very nice mountains. I just look at the land, how it looks on one end of the country. It looks totally different. Then you get on this end, it looks, it's just amazing.
A lot different here, huh?
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's just different.
You have more green where you are. More
green.
More trees.
Yeah. A lot of trees. Now, you get out of Knoxville, used to be mountains, but...
Yeah. We're out in the country. California country.
California country.
A little different than Tennessee country. We got palm trees here and orange trees and avocado trees and...
Your bike look good, Rick.
Yeah, you like my bike?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's was that an 18 or 19?
2018.
18, okay. Look good. Have you named your bike, or you haven't given it a name?
No, I don't have a name for it.
Okay.
But it's a good idea.
Well, I named my bike Big Sexy.
Oh, that's cool. And it's red, so it's sexy.
Big Sexy Red.
There you go. Like I said, we have a famous motocross track here, Saddleback, for many years until they closed it because of liability concerns. People would race motocross. They had GPs. People from all over the world used to race here.
Okay.
But then with liability in the United States being the way it is, they closed a lot of the tracks, which is sad.
I know that's right.
It's too easy to sue somebody in this country. Shouldn't be that way.
Yep. People now sue you over a ham sandwich.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's it. You didn't. Yep. I wanted extra cheese. I'm going to sue you.
Look, my cheese was melted, so I'm going to sue you.
We're going to Silverado Cafe. The only difference is we're not riding horses. We're riding iron horses. when I first moved to California back in 1987, I lived in San Clemente for many years before I finally went up to Huntington Beach.
87, I was riding a bicycle.
Really?
I was on bicycles in 87. As a kid, we always rode bicycles. And
So did I, by the way. I started on a bicycle.
Right. So I had a 20-inch BMX, and we always rode bicycles. So that was our way of getting around. Two wheels have always been a part of me.
So
I would ride like these mopeds in the neighborhood. You know, some of my friends had mopeds and dirt bikes and things like that. So I would ride their bikes.
And this is where, in Tennessee?
Yeah, this is in Memphis.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever been to Memphis, Rick?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. Memphis is where I grew up.
Oh, okay.
Born and raised. So I've been there all of my life. And like I said earlier, we would ride bicycles. That was our way of getting around, was bicycles and, you know, two wheels. So I've always been on two wheels my whole life. When I finally was able to get my own motorcycle, it was like second nature because I've been on two wheels my whole life. Yeah. So my first bike was actually a Suzuki TL1000. Yeah, that was my first motorcycle.
Fast bike.
Yeah, that was my first motorcycle.
You started on that?
I started on a Suzuki TL1000. Wow. Yeah, that was my first bike.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Was that a twin? Home. Wasn't that a twin?
Yes, a V-twin.
Man, that thing was torquey.
Yeah, it was.
I know about that bike.
That was my first bike that I've owned. Wow. But I've ridden bikes before then. After that, I bought a Harley. Rode that for a while. Old Sportster. It was an 883. It was bored out to a 1200.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I rode that for a while. But it only had a 2.2 gallon tank on it. So you would have to fill it up like every 75 miles.
I know all about that.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was riding that bike home one day and got caught into a rainstorm. And it scared the daylights out of me, man. The trees was blowing sideways, the rain was raining sideways. And after that, I said, I got to get a bigger bike. And that's when I graduated up and I purchased a Goldwing. So before I bought the Goldwing, I looked at all the different touring model motorcycles on the road. And the reason why I purchased the Goldwing, because it had been around for many years and it had a history of just being reliable. So
and it had a great radio.
Well, yeah, it does. And it was known as the old man bike, you know, but I wanted to buy a bike that was, you know, that was very dependable, since I was going to invest that much money in my first touring motorcycle.
So that's what made you go to a Goldwing over other bikes?
Yes. So the Goldwing did it for me. So I purchased the 2014 Goldwing, and I love that bike. 2 years later, they came out with the 2016 Goldwing. Then I traded and bought the level 3. Same color bike. You couldn't tell the difference. 2 years later, when the 2018 was being rolled out, a lot of people thought I was going to, you know, jump to the new 18. And I said, no, let me wait. It's a new bike. They need to work out the bugs. You know, let's see how this bike is going to play out. Yeah. So in 21, I pulled the trigger and I bought my DCT. Wow. So this is actually my third Goldwing.
So you have the new big trunk?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. I love it. We sell that bigger trunk kit on our website. Oh. A lot of people want to upgrade. So,
right. Are you thinking about?
I need to do it. Yeah. I know where to get the trunk.
Right.
I'm just joking.
It makes a world of difference.
I know it does.
It makes a world of difference. So I put my own power hub in the trunk, and that way I can charge all of my cameras, all of my batteries.
Sure.
Even when I'm parked, I installed a switch that will allow me to power and charge my accessories when the bike is off. So if I'm stopping for food or just making a stop, I can charge my accessories without having the bike running. And so I love the bigger trunk. It comes in really handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your channel by accident
okay
years ago, and you know the intro was like, oh, I like this guy already, because it was like
the grabber.
Yeah, because it was just so dramatic and stuff, you know. But so what made you get onto YouTube?
Well, what made me get onto YouTube was,
like, when did you start doing that?
Okay, in 2014, after I bought my first Goldwing, I was looking around for, you know, accessories to put on the bike.
Yeah.
So I got on YouTube and I started looking around, and I actually found Cruise Man. And Cruise Man at the time was putting on accessories, and he
Right.
wasn't motovlogging or anything, but he was installing accessories,
Right,
you know,
right.
you know, putting on certain accessories. And so,
So
I
you
thought,
decided to do the same thing?
well,
But a little
I knew
different.
that I knew that I could do it. And when I was looking at motovlogging videos, you know, you had a lot of guys out on dirt bikes, you know, being silly and doing things. So I thought that I could combine the two by motovlogging and putting on accessories. So that's kind of where I came up with the idea. And this was back in 2014 when I bought my first Goldwing.
So what was the first motorcycle video that you did?
I think
You
it was
remember?
why I bought a Honda Goldwing.
Oh, okay.
But I it was so terrible. It was so terrible that I think I didn't delete it, but it's not public.
Well, you got to start somewhere. You know, you're starting to evolve. You got to start somewhere.
I mean, it was terrible. A lot of the guys with videos had intros, so I needed an intro. So
That's
I
when you came up with that
the
dramatic one?
Goldwing Rider, a shadowy flight in a dangerous world of a man who is fearless, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs. So that was my
love it.
That was my little intro.
I love it.
And I put that all together, and I knew that would be a grabber because, of course, people love the Night Rider. And so when people heard that, they grab it, they stay tuned. See, the thing about motovlogging is you got to get a person's attention.
Yep.
But not only that, you have to keep their attention, right?
Consistently.
So, right. So
You
you
want
got
them to come back.
You want them to come back. You got to grab them and hold them.
Yep.
So I knew that intro would get them. I didn't want anybody to know who I was. So I wore a mask or
Did
my
you
helmet.
really?
Yeah. All of my videos in the beginning, I hid my identity. I didn't want people to know who I was.
Wow.
Yeah. I wanted to make some videos
Right.
and then go back to my normal life without
gotcha.
anybody knowing who I am.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So that's how it all started. So
Wow.
I came up with the biker name Chris Caliente. And that's how it all began. I could have purchased any touring bike out there, but I decided to go back with the Goldwing. And I do not regret my decision. I do not regret it. You know, I've heard guys say, I want a BMW, I want a Harley. I have no regrets about my bike.
I've ridden
But-
all of them.
But let me say this, all roads lead back to the Goldwing. All of those guys that want those other bikes, they always tell me, they come back and say, man, I should have bought a Goldwing.
Yep. I agree
So
with that.
I have a running joke, all roads lead back to the Goldwing. The Goldwing has introduced me to so many people. It has opened up a lot of doors for me. I would have never thought in 100 years that I would ride a motorcycle out to California. I mean, that's huge for me. I mean, some people haven't even left their cities, their towns. I know guys with Goldwings haven't even went across state lines. But the Goldwing has given me that opportunity
Yep.
to travel and to do it at a cheaper cost.
Sure.
Yeah, I've been everywhere on my Goldwing. And if you watch my channel, you'll just see me just zigzagging across America, man. And it's giving me the opportunity to do that. Whereas in a car, you spend more money because now you're buying more fuel, more maintenance. It costs more.
I agree.
So-
So there's nothing like riding a motorcycle.
Exactly.
Especially when you're going quick. It's that freedom feeling, you know?
You can see things that you normally can't see. In a
I
car,
agree.
you zooming by. But on a motorcycle, you kind of slow down and kind of notice, I didn't know it was a lake
Smell the
over there.
roses.
Yeah, you can smell it. You can feel the temperature changes. You can smell the fresh air. You can see things that you normally wouldn't see
You enjoy
if
it.
you're flying by in an automobile.
I agree 100% with that. You enjoy the trip more.
You do.
Some of the greatest trips I've had were on my motorcycle.
And the first lady, she normally, we have a running joke. She said, you getting all these husbands in trouble for buying these bikes. Because a lot of people come up to me and they'll say, because of you, I bought a Goldwing. Or every night I'm watching your videos. And some of the wives are saying, yep, I know your voice because my husband watches you every day.
I know your voice too. You got a very
and I
unique
know
voice.
and I know your voice just, hearing it. So the first lady will always joke at me and say, "You getting these husbands in trouble buying all these bikes." So I don't try to, but you know, it influences people.
You know what?
Because it gives them an outlet. It gives them something to do.
I want to make it to Tennessee. That's on my bucket list.
Well, hopefully you can get to Memphis. If you can, let me know.
I will.
I'll show you around.
I'll take you up on that. We gotta do it, man.
Take you out, get some nice barbecue, and
All right.
show you some fine roads.
Well, I'm gonna take this to go,
Okay.
and then we'll get back on the bikes, and
Okay.
I'll take you on a little more of a ride around here and show you some stuff. And then we'll
Sounds
head
good.
back.
It looked like that mist moved out.
Yep. Turned out to be nice. It's not usually this cool, you know, but today it is.
Well, sometimes being cool is better than being hot.
There you go. I agree with that.
Yeah, sometimes.
Just think of Phoenix, and then you'll appreciate this.
Lord have mercy. It was so hot there, the devil said I'm going back to hell. Yeah, that car came at the right time, didn't he?
Yep.
That's like when I'm at home breaking, I'm trying to make a video.
Mm-hmm.
People start craning up leaf blowers and lawnmowers and chainsaws and garbage
Yeah.
trucks, man. I'd be like,
Mess-
give me a break.
Messes everything up.
I'm telling you.
Chris Caliente and Rick Arnaldo
Yes, sir.
on the road, coming to a town near you.
Make sure you guys tip well, okay?
Okay.
Sure. At least 15%.
I have a tip. Don't eat egg salad when you ride public transportation.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. Or take a public elevator. Bon Jovi had a song, you know, on the steel horse I ride. That's a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I want it, dead or alive.
I know that song. On a steel horse
Horse
I
I
ride.
ride. That's right.
Yeah, that's it.